Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestlePop. And we have some really good news. What it sounds like is that our boy CM Punk is basically open to coming back to wrestling. He's just waiting for the right offer.
That's right. He was recently interviewed, and here's what he had to say. As far as people that I've worked with before, I think if there was a clean slate, so to speak, if the money was right, I think a guy like Daniel Bryan, I would go, oh, okay, I'll listen to your idea. If you said John Cena, I'll probably listen to your idea. Rey Mysterio, I'll listen to your idea. For people I haven't ever wrestled before, I think Will Ospreay, I'll listen to your idea. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts.
And what did you hear in all that? Most of those guys work for the WWE, and it's all about giving him the right storyline.
Yeah.
He is no longer because a couple of years ago when they were asking him, he said he wasn't interested. He was looking to do other things.
Yeah,
and
it was a hard no.
Yeah, it was a hard no, man. And remember when AEW asked him to show up at All In or All, I think it was All In, and here in Chicago. Oh, I forget the name of the pay-per-view, but he kind of just, I would say, dicked him around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a polite way to say it.
Yeah.
He kind of, he was kind of high on the hog, right? He was thinking, hey, I don't need wrestling, but
Yeah.
he's tried UFC, hasn't gone so well. He's done a few other things, not gone so well. His friendship with Cole Cabana, not gone so well. And I think reality is setting in. Hey, man, you know what? I may need to go back to this thing that I feel I'm not passionate about anymore, wrestling.
Well, do you think that it's the reality setting in, or is it the money drying out?
I wouldn't be surprised if the money's drying up, because here's the other thing that he said. I'm busy doing other stuff, and nobody, I think, has found the right combination of ways to approach me. It's not all up to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to the people that run the companies, aka Vince McMahon, Triple H. Come and make me an offer that I can't say no, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the WWE does have a lot of money, guys, so
Yeah.
they could offer him a lot of money, and this would be poetic justice, because it's another example. Because if you guys, if you guys have been following wrestling since you were a kid, because I've been following since the 80s, one constant thing about it has always been true. These wrestlers will leave the WWE and they will do interviews where they shoot on Vince and say he's a horrible person, and they'll never go back to working there, and et cetera, et cetera. Then all of a sudden, a year, 2 years later, they're like back to working for WWE, and then they're asked about, hey, you said this about Vince. Now what are you doing? Oh, I was just in a bad place in my, bad place in my life at the time, and I really didn't mean it, or blah 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 blah. Right? Like, you've seen these kind of stories all the time. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to work for WWE, and like, if you get fired or let go or you leave because you're not happy, you come to your senses once you leave, because you realize nobody's paying as much.
Exactly.
And there is AEW, but it has yet to be proven that long term they're going to be around, right?
Yes, and there's not as much exposure there either. If you're truly wanting to be a star and make the big money in terms of licensing deals and stuff, that's going to be WWE.
And here's the deal, right, guys? AEW, the rumor is that they're paying a lot of money to their wrestlers, but I, don't know if that's really true. I question that, because remember when, AEW came around, there was, no other competition other than the indies. So a lot of guys, I feel like, might be doing like an ECW thing where they're working for AEW and talking it up simply because that's who's going to hire them, right?
Yeah.
Because the guys who worked at ECW back in the day, dude, they were big proponents of it, very loyal to it, but they were making no money. They were making a couple $100 or something like that. They were broke, man, working there. But they drank the Kool-Aid, and I could see some guys, drinking the Kool-Aid at AEW. And I think CM Punk is probably smart enough to know that his future lies with going back to the WWE, maybe for a couple years, making the money and getting out, right?
Yep.
Because Vince has a lot of money, right?
Exactly.
And he could get a couple million, I don't know, 5 million, and take the money and run with it and do something else. So I would make a bet. I would say expect to see CM Punk in a year or two back in the WWE.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe at the next Royal Rumble, you know, maybe SummerSlam, possibly even this.
WrestleMania?
Yeah. I mean, you know, they are desperate for like, you know, some publicity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So stay tuned and we'll definitely be following this. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think he'll be back soon? What do you think about the comments that he made here? This is interesting.
Yeah.
And if you haven't done so already,
Make sure to click that subscribe button, give us a like, click that notification bell, and share this video with all of your friends and family who love wrestling as much as you do. Bye!